Okay, so my steering wheel volume controls for my radio weren't working here. Sorry for the bad lighting here, but working at night. So these volume controls weren't working. Now, interestingly, how this system works, how this communicates with the radio is, I don't know if you can see in here. See those? There's one on each side. All right. And this it actually goes into detail in the factory service manual and the electrical separate electrical booklet, section 8. So how this works is when you push the buttons, there's little LEDs there, and they communicate with a little amplifier, which I'll show you in a second here. Basically, all I did was I popped these LEDs out. I took the steering wheel off. And by the way, you should use a steering wheel puller with this. Don't try to just wiggle it off the steering column. They're like 20, 25 bucks on Amazon. So use the steering wheel puller, which I did. And I also marked the location, what position the steering wheel was in with a Sharpie. So let me just take the steering wheel off. And let me show you here. Okay. Right here. Now this is all greasy because I greased it up because it was rubbing on the steering column. And actually, you see this tab here? That was really dirty as well as this copper ring. So I cleaned all that off and I used dielectric grease. Because the old grease was just dried out and disgusting. Anyways, you see that little LED right there? There's one there, and there's one there, okay? All I did was pop them out from the other side, right? You just wiggle them off, clean them with a rag, and I also, well, that was the problem. I mean, that was definitely a problem. Those little LEDs were dirty. I mean, we're talking it wasn't even that dirty. Like, there was some light dust on them. That's all it took for it to not work. So those were dirty, so I popped those out, and I wiped them off with a clean rag. And in here, you see that little black dot there? That's the amplifier. That's how, and I don't know how this happens, but it's an infrared amplifier. And when you push the buttons with light pulses, these send a signal to that little guy right there. So I also cleaned that. I took a rag and a flathead screwdriver, and I got in there and I just wiped that face off. That's kind of like, I guess, the remote control you have at home and pointing at the TV in a sense. Anyways, I cleaned that little window off, that little black window right there. And I popped these LEDs out. Okay, and I wiped them down with a clean rag. And now it works. So, it's just a little thing like that makes a system not work. So, hopefully this helps somebody. Again, this is to fix steering wheel volume control is not working on your Starion Conquest. Thanks for watching.